Nice. Hell yeah. Love it.
So I should be live.
Yep, you are. Did you see the I have a commercial page we can use
for come right back or be right back or
it's just this standard photo that I had as it's just the photo. So if you go to the live stream we had up earlier and look at the thumbnail I was using.
Yes.
I have that one already made, just kind of a generic thing that I can throw up as like a commercial.
Yeah. Perfect.
I'll edit it and coming back in a moment or something like that. If you want to if you want to go to YouTube and hit share, hit copy link and put out a tweet really quick and say like, hey, we had to re-upload, but this is new and improved. This stream's already up and running, stuff like that. Hey Jim, do me a favor. Can you text me an email? We got the stream going on YouTube on StreamYard now, so I can send you a thing. You can jump in the video and just keep using your phone to talk, and then that way you can see everything. It's a guaranteed great time at Fenton Bar and Grill. But just text me what the best email is for you.
Doing it now.
Thank you, sir.
For all those who fought and are still fighting for our freedom. This salute courtesy of Go Global Industrial Supply of St. Charles, family owned and operated, serving the community with integrity and pride. For hydraulic and air hose repairs, hardware tools, and all other equipment for hardware supplies, call 636-925-3145. That's 636-925-3145. That's Go Global Industrial Supply of St. Charles, proudly saluting our armed forces. 5:90 a.m. Just like any other St. Louisan, we don't go away, but we always come back. The information station, streaming 24/7 at info.com. Get your content when you want it, how you want it. Info.com. Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Janssen, the Junior Campaigns on the information station.
Yeah, but yeah, that works.
Welcome back to Hot Take Central 2.0, July 3rd. Tomorrow's 4th of July, baby. Can't wait. Fireworks out the wazoo. Probably some boat crashes down at the Lake of the Ozarks. Be careful down there. You go out on that main channel on a Saturday. Whoo, boy, it's going to be like being in the ocean. There's going to be cruisers everywhere. Be careful down there. And not to mention, you're going to get...
First thing I saw today was Wentzville Man drowns.
Yeah, dude. It's just going to happen. It's so hot down there. Everybody's partying. It's so crowded. Not to mention, just so you know, if you're heading down, there's going to be checkpoints. There's going to be checkpoints on that water. And don't think that, you saw it from a mile away. They got spotters everywhere. And they'll know you pull the U-turn and leave, and they're going to come right up behind you, and they're going to pull you over. So just be careful with that. Driving at night's really bad, too. I know it's nice to be on the water at night cruising. Look at that. Looks dang good. Look at that, baby. We are live now. Now on YouTube again, we got to change a couple things up, so check that out, guys. And by the way, if you want to text into the show, 314-590-3770. Do we got to? Yeah, put John through.
We'll see if he's still holding.
You there, John?
Looks like John might have dropped.
He dropped. Call back if you want, John.
Oh, I think he will.
I'm sure he will.
Patch everything.
We were talking about movies. 4th of July movies. Of course, Born on the 4th of July. Although it's really depressing. God almighty. With Tom Cruise. That's a tough one. Pretty good movie, though. You like that movie, Rock?
I mean, Patriot, right?
Patriot's up there.
I like to rip a watching of John Adams on HBO every once in a while.
Oh, baby. I love that.
I usually get every
Giamatti.
Not every year, but every other year I'll rip a little John Adams. And usually in the off John Adams year is usually a year I rip some part of Band of Brothers.
Okay.
So it's
I never got into that.
Oh, you got
Is it good?
You got to watch Band of Brothers, man. If only
late 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got the Pacific as well.
Yeah.
Which is a couple of the guys from Europe also go to the Pacific Theater to find the Japanese. That's usually I get my patriotic going on the miniseries on HBO, not necessarily the movies.
Oh, John Adams is fantastic. Fantastic show. I love that. Is it Paul Giamatti? Is that
Yeah,
his
Paul
name?
Giamatti. He's
He was on.
fantastic.
He was on Private Parts. Howard
It's not,
Stern.
but like Paul Giamatti's good. But I mean, they get everybody perfect. They get like the
Yes.
stoicism and kind of like social awkwardness. I think of Washington. That's kind of
He looks
kind of
awesome.
good. He looks perfect.
Yeah,
though.
he looks real perfect.
I also
Sam
like,
Adams.
They accurately do. Sam Adams is great. The guy who plays Franklin is fantastic.
Yes.
My favorite part about the way they do Washington is they accurately portray that like before anybody says anything, he just rocks up and he's already wearing a military uniform. He's like, all right, well, you guys know what we're gonna do, right? Like here's what I'm for. Let's make some moves. He's like just rocked up, already in the military uniform, always ready to go.
He was 6'2".
George damn Washington. When everyone else
He was
like
big.
5'5".
Yeah, he was
He was a
6'2".
giant.
Imagine seeing him come at like, holy cow! Like, who is this guy? He walks into a room back then.
He
Oh.
literally says we're gonna sail over a river that's covered in ice. The dude, he was a psychopath.
I know.
He
Smart
built
though.
this damn country.
Yeah.
And then like Cincinnati, he said, I don't want to be a king.
Would you like to
God bless him for that.
There's a couple guys you can go back in time and just meet. He'd be one of them.
Yeah, he'd be kind
Pick his brain a little bit.
If I had to pick anybody from that time, it'd be Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, he'd be up there. Do you think he would understand their accent?
It'd be a little,
It'd be
a
tough.
little tricky.
A lot more tough than you think.
I don't know, Jim. You grew up on the East Coast. You think you have a good grasp on it?
What do you got?
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
that's
baby.
one.
Let's don't know that one.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, recently, like 2015, I want to say.
What's it about?
It's Cold War.
Yes.
And it's the bridge is a bridge on in East Berlin, correct?
Really? What was that, 93? Something like early 90s, probably, right? I got one for you that's, if you like werewolves. Silver Bullet, Stephen King. It's going to base in July. There's fireworks. So I'm going to put that in a 4th of July movie. If you like scary movies, it's pretty good. Gary Busey. The werewolf looks kind of aged out a little bit. I don't think they had enough money to really make the werewolf look scary, but it's interesting nonetheless. Silver Bullet, Stephen King. Went off on the deep end a little bit. A little crazy on Twitter. Oh, man, is that horrifying. That is a scary, scary movie. A little quirky at times with the acting, you know. Oh, I thought, when I was young, I saw that because I watched all these, scary movies because my mom would have them on and whatnot. That freaked me out. That was the first transition into a werewolf that they had on screen, you know, where he's just sitting there and he's listening to CCR, Bad Moon Horizon, and all of a sudden he's like, "Rah!" And he starts turning into that werewolf. Oh, man. Wakes up in a lion. Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good movie.
It's picking them up, but just not going over the street.
Yes.
Let me see something real quick.
Well, Patrick Swayze, Red Dawn, when the Russians come. Yeah, dude. I don't remember. I just remember the parachutes all dropping down. They're like, where do we go? And they had to go hide up in the hills, right?
The Soviet occupation force.
Let's see. My dad just typed in American Sniper. Just watched it again last night. Yeah,
Good.
I saw that. Did you hear what happened in our neighborhood? Remember I told you about those bison? Did you read that?
No.
I told you the bison escaped by my house and went into our neighborhood, and they couldn't control them, and one of them gored the owner and cut like a 16-inch huge cut on her leg, cut open, and all of a sudden we're all outside in my little street, chilling, having a couple beers, just watching, trying to corral these bison, these monster bison, and all of a sudden they start freaking out again. They couldn't control them. The lady got gored. And they put him down. We're standing there, Jimmy, and all of a sudden we hear blah, 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 blah.
No.
Yeah. Then they got a skid loader, and they had to pick it up with a skid loader. Blood is everywhere, all over, running down the street. It was horrific. Channel 5 was out there. Channel 2 was out there. It was in the paper this morning. It was bad, dude. And now PETA's not happy, apparently. PETA's not happy how they kill those bison. I don't know what else they're supposed to do.
Up until that oh no from Jim right there, he was not able to be heard on the YouTube stream after we launched it, but now we can hear Jim. So Jim, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone on YouTube. I'm going through the this Apple podcast thing, which I stumbled upon, which is our podcast page for Hot Take Central 2.0. And the headline I see is Jimmy the Cat Hayes pre-writes his jokes. Here they are. Here's my pre-written jokes.
It's funny, man.
Jimmy, I gotta have some fun with the episode titles. I think one of the episode titles is Rocchio is a communist or something along those lines. So I gotta have some fun with the episode titles here. I did not put in today's description, but we have a description of today's show. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen, Jim Katz, and Matt Rocchio. Cam is giving free ads to First Phorm. Jim is on day 237 of a road trip, and Rocchio is just being Rocchio, which I still think sounds like a veiled headshot.
Oh, man. That's all I wear is First Phorm stuff, man. All I wear is free clothes. All right, let's get them in. 314-590-3770. Text in, call in 855-282-8255. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Want to learn about the best places to eat in the Lou? Tune in to Dinner Rush with Joe Fresta each Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and eligible support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred
Hello.
medical exam required to qualify. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Hey, can you hear me?
Is your LootInfo.com news update. The family of one of the 5 victims of the deadly May 16th St. Louis tornado has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city, demanding a jury trial and seeking at least $25,000 in damages. The concise 4-page suit, filed on behalf of the daughter of Larry Patrick, alleges the city contributed to his death by failing to sound tornado sirens or to properly maintain a decaying in front of his property. An officer was in a crash while pursuing a wanted
Can you hear me?
on Interstate 70 near downtown St. Louis. A spokesperson with the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department confirmed the officer suffered minor injuries in a crash relative to the police pursuit on I-70 near Tucker Boulevard. St. Louis police now have a new safety plan for the 4th of July weekend. Any of these changes stem from the chaos that happened last year. One of their main messages, leave the guns at home, and the fireworks to the pros. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Sandy Connor.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We're looking pretty good through Independence Day and on into the weekend. High pressure overhead, low 90s, and sunshine for today. Overnight clear, and we're in the mid-70s. Hot and humid on Independence Day. Sunny, and we'll be in the mid-90s. Looks like mid-90s again on Saturday and Sunday. Maybe a few more showers coming up on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice-cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Janssen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow all the station's social media accounts and podcasts. Find out how at louinfo.com. Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get up and get them in. 3-day weekend, baby. Get excited. Get excited. 314-590-3770. Jimmy, I think that they we're back on YouTube, I believe, but I think they could hear you during our commercial break, Jimmy. So be careful with that, I'd say.
Yeah, I got off that now. I'm going to try to put that on my computer. It's not good to try stuff out like live on the air. But you can hear me now, correct?
Yes, we can.
All right, I'm going to try to get the video portion up here.
Yeah, we're going to have to go to break anyway in about 25 seconds. We're going to regroup. We're going to come back, and we're going to bring the heat for all you guys. Ace here. I only tune into YouTube to see how massive Rock's head actually is. That's not very nice.
I hope I'm not disappointing you.
I think my head's as big as your head, dude. Like, it is what it is. You just have
but you got biceps and stuff that like make it look more proportional. I think.
I don't know.
I don't got that in my arsenal necessarily, at least not comparatively. And so I think it sticks out a little bit more, and that's problematic.
Your hair is big too, so that doesn't help anything.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Hey, listen, we're on YouTube at luinfo.com. You can text in the
The
show.
Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. Sean Diddy Combs is expected to be sentenced October 3rd. This after a jury in New York found the embattled hip-hop mogul guilty of transporting people for prostitution, but not guilty of sex trafficking and racketeering. Brian Kohberger officially pleaded guilty to killing 4 college students in Idaho. In a Boise courtroom Wednesday, Kohberger sat motionless while he accepted a plea deal which takes the death penalty off the table for the 2022 murders. Under the deal, Kohberger is expected to serve a life sentence without the possibility of parole. The House of Representatives voted to advance the big beautiful bill this morning to its final phase in Congress, overcoming fears of a potential Republican mutiny. It's a significant win for House Speaker Mike Johnson, though the fight is not finished. The Pentagon says U.S. strikes have knocked Iran's nuclear program back closer to 2 years.
Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell gave the assessment, one that's more optimistic than what UN inspectors have said.
We believe, and certainly all of the intelligence that we've seen, those facilities especially have been completely obliterated.
Last weekend, the International Atomic Energy Agency said Iran could be enriching uranium in a matter of months. The U.S. military has said 3 key nuclear sites were significantly damaged by more than a dozen bunker-busting bombs and Tomahawk missiles. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
2 congressmen from New York and New Jersey introduced bipartisan legislation to help Israel. Here's Kristen Marks.
New Jersey Democratic Congressman Josh Gottheimer and New York Republican Mike Lawler have introduced the Bunker Buster Act. The legislation would allow the president to support Israel's defense by providing a bunker buster bomb and the aircraft needed to deploy it. They say in the face of ongoing threats and Iran's commitment to developing a nuclear weapon, Israel must be equipped with a maximum deterrence.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say. We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great. It even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. So visit strongtel.com right now. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. It's StrongTel.
Microsoft.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt. People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. That's 800-298-0306.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby. Get up and get them in. 314-590-3770. Let's go. 3-day weekend. Fireworks, 4th of July. Yeah, baby. Barbecuing. I'm doing a seafood boil. I'm doing cowboy baked beans. Woo! Man, I'm starving. I can't wait. Can't wait. A lot of food. And then come in here on Monday like, exactly how I'm going to feel. It is what it is. I'm excited about it. By the way, we are back on YouTube. Looking at the chat right now. We're trying to fix everything. It's a work in progress, not a working progress. Where are you at? Where are you? I can't see him still. Oh, there he is. What's up, baby?
Give it just a second.
What's up? There you are.
We're doing something.
Now we're getting there. Work in progress. Not a working progress. I got corrected by Dave Green on the text chat there in front of everybody. Jimmy, good to see you, man. What's up?
Well, we've been talking for a while now, Cam. I don't know if you remember that, but now there's a video thing, so I could understand the confusion on your part. But this is great because now I can see you guys, and now it's like I'm really part of the show. With hi.
This is hilarious.
And Rock, here's the thing. I was a little concerned that it wouldn't sync up. Like it would almost look like a foreign movie with the lips not matching up, whatever the dialogue is. But it seems to be good, right? We're right on target.
Yeah, on our end, it seems to be matching up. We'll see if the listeners who are always quick to criticize, they'll tell us if it's not.
And you could see my hotel room. It's beautiful La Quinta in Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't need you guys to see the unmade bed after we're talking about making the bed.
Listen, that's one place you never should have to make your bed. Come on now.
No, yeah.
Let me ask you this though. So it's not that I'm doing anything illicit, but I don't need the maid staff coming into my room, going through my stuff, so I always put do not disturb. I don't care if I have to make the bed myself.
Ooh, Jimmy, for me, man, on the road, I guess it gets pretty messy pretty quick. And if I'm gone all day, I'm expecting that room to be, clean when I get back. And when you open that door up and they haven't cleaned it yet, it's kind of depressing.
And I don't need it tidy because God, look, no offense. And if you're someone that cleans rooms, I always tip you out, whether or not I always tip you. That's a thankless job. I just don't need someone rifling through my undergarments or whatever. Just leave the room as it is. Thank you. I don't need people in here.
Somebody chimed in and said 13 Hours is also a damn but sad movie. And I asked what that was about, and they said Benghazi. Oh, yeah, that'd be a tough one to watch for sure.
Yes.
Benghazi. Yeah. How long ago was that? And then didn't Hillary Clinton have a famous quote?
2013?
What does it matter?
2012?
Is that what she said?
Maybe 2011.
What difference does it make?
What difference? There it is, Jimmy. What difference does it make?
Jim, I don't think we got you to weigh in and being the right in the pocket for the demographic that it was made for. Are you a big Band of Brothers guy?
No, and I should. I really should be, and for whatever reason, I've never seen it. I tend to rebel against things that everyone's in on, but everyone loves Band of Brothers. I should watch it. The other thing is, in my life, I just don't have a lot of downtime, and I remember, I loved The Sopranos, but then I became like addicted to it, and I was like, I'm never gonna get addicted to like a series like that again. If it's a one-off like a movie, I'm in. But if it's something I got to watch 10 episodes, I'm not. I'm leery of it. Put it that way.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I get bored, dude. I watched that. I started that Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah,
I'm already annoyed.
Why?
Because of his wife and daughter. They're so annoying.
They're hilarious.
They're annoying.
They're hilarious. His daughter's hilarious.
No, she's good looking. She's not funny.
She's hilarious.
She's ruining the show for me.
Only because it's making you.
She's ruining the show.
She's making you anxious because you're like, oh my god, what if I have a daughter one day?
Oh god.
That's let's go. Yes, thank you very much.
But
Let's be honest about why you're bothered by the daughter.
She's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, walking around in front of everybody, and then the wife is spending all the money and complain. Oh my god, what a nightmare for me. It almost ruins the show. I don't know if I'm into it anymore.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah,
Rock.
Yes, sir.
My computer is like kind of a cheap one.
Yeah.
I forget what brand it is. I don't know. But I mean, it's fine. But it's not. But does the camera? Is it good?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not. Look fine.
It's not bad. I might change up the layout of our cameras to where me and Cam are a little bit bigger, just because there's two of us and we're very small in our camera space, and you're a bit larger in yours.
Well, let's face it. I'm the meal ticket for the show.
That's
so
fair. That's fair. I thought Cam was kind of the meat that we were trying to put out on Front Street.
No.
But yeah, that's fair.
I want to look as small as possible, Rock. Come on.
Yeah, right now my head is not the biggest on the show, so I'm happy. I'm pretty happy. Jim's
studio looks good too.
Jim has the largest noggin.
Look at this,
we're
dude.
putting in work over here while you're on vacation. Sorry, on the road.
Vacation.
The J. Randolph Jr. Studios. That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
Good for you, Dave Green.
Yeah, he's doing a damn good job.
Rooster from Birmingham, by the way. This is one of the good things about doing this now on StreamYard is that I can throw your guys' chats up, and the cat can see them. You guys can all see them.
Yeah.
Rooster from Birmingham saying, wow, you guys are so fancy now. And Jeff Taylor says, wow, we get to see the simp. See, Jim, they're so happy to see your
so
face.
happy.
Super. That's just super.
What was I going to say? Does anybody actually eat watch the hot dog eating competition?
No.
No. Does anybody?
Can't?
I don't know. It's disgusting.
Why would you?
I guess people do.
It's the
I like the American guy who used to dominate. Then they barred him because he wasn't a Nathan's guy. Now they let him back in. I forget his name. I have a picture
Chestnut?
with him.
Joey Chestnut or
Joey
something?
Chestnut. Good for him. But is that I would rather watch a WNBA game.
It's the wet bread for me. Like, I can't stand the idea of eating wet bread.
Oh, it's
and so
horrible.
it's like when I see them dunk them into the water, I get nauseous.
Rock, it's disgusting.
Nauseated. I always forget which word you're supposed to use there.
And how about the cute Asian girl that sits there that's like 90 pounds at the most, and she's crushing those. Like how's your stomach after that? How can you do anything after
they
that?
train for it, apparently.
You know,
like their stomachs are very well built for that kind of stuff because they train for it. They are kind of.
How
crazy.
do you not put weight on then?
They train. They work out.
Man, oh man,
Somehow,
what a weird.
Somehow
gig.
they don't purge.
What a weird.
Their metabolisms are obviously like artificially, like not artificially high, but like they build up their metabolism. I'm sure
To
in a
break
way.
it down and break it down. Oh yeah. The Blues made some moves. They waived Letty, meaning I don't know if he wants to play in the minors, but what happens in order to send a waivers eligible player in the AHL, he must be waived in playing season waiver period, which begins 12 days before the start of the regular season. So that means the Blues would have to waive Letty in the fall again if they choose to send him to the AHL Springfield. So he owns a 16 no trade list. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but if they do send him down, they still got to retain like $2 million. So hopefully he doesn't want to play because he's made a ton of money. I think he's made like $50 million. Played in the league a long, long time. And hopefully he kind of does what the Brandon Saad way of doing it, like terminate the contract, get picked up by another team, and go from there. So we'll see what happens with that. And Army also signed another center, Prius Suter, who scored 25 goals last year. Pretty damn good. Yeah, is it Pius?
I think it's
Pius Suter.
Pius Suter
From Switzerland. So that's a nice second line center. You can move him up and down the lineup. Wait for Dvorsky.
It's spelt Pius. It's
Pius.
Pius.
Pius
Pius.
Get Strickland on the phone.
Where is he at?
because the Hockey Reference phonetic spelling is all capital letters PYOOS. So you're supposed to kind of hit it one syllable. Puce.
I wonder why Vancouver didn't re-sign him.
There's
Man.
a lot of people in Vancouver wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
My big question is, I saw a report that they were offering him a $20 million deal. And based on that, it's like, was it a five? Like, what was it, a 6-year deal? Like, what were they were trying to just like lock him up for a super low AAV coming off one of his best years? And he said, no, I can cash out elsewhere. And he was wrong. Like,
I don't know.
Report was obviously wrong, or at least partially incorrect to that point. But yeah, I think it was an absolute deal.
Yeah, big time deal. To see where Dvorsky's at, you know what I mean? Now you got you're pretty loaded up and down the lineup, really, on the wings, and you got center depth now. Maybe see what happens with Braden Shin later on in the season. What you could do with him? You want to keep him? You want to move him? You got guys that could slot in. See where Dvorsky's at this year. I knew Army would do something. So now you got this Logan Mailloux kid, I should say, Mailloux, who's 6'3", 220.
Proud of you.
And you know what? Like, he's a right-handed shot. He's got a lot of potential. So you're pretty loaded on D and up front. You still got Jordan Bennington. You got Joel Hofer locked up for a couple more years. This Blues team, I mean, they're right there. You know what I mean? They're right there. And Army made some legit moves. So you're missing what? Who are you missing? Foxa. You're missing Suter and Letty. And who else up front? I don't know if they're going to do with Texier. If they're going to try to trade him. I don't know. I feel like every time he's in the lineup, he scores a goal. But then he gets hurt for 2 weeks. So I don't know what they're going to do with Texier and Joseph. But the Blues.
Who cares? They're doing a good job.
They're doing a damn good job. Yeah.
They played the game correctly, I think.
Yeah, no doubt. Every time Texier was in the lineup, he scored and looked pretty good. So the Blues are shaping up to be pretty good this year. I'm excited.
Question.
What's that?
Are you reading? Did you say? And maybe I missed this.
What?
Not work in progress. Did you say
working?
It's a working progress?
No, it's not incorrect, Jim. You're seeing that is the direct chat that Cam put on YouTube.
Yeah.
As he tried to talk about it being a work in progress, and then Dave Green quickly corrected him. And then Gene Glass, always Gino, always on it. Appears to be a non-working progress, but nicely
He's
played.
a smart ass. He's a smart ass. Oh yeah. Oh man. What do you think of this?
Janssen joins us.
Oh boy. Hey Jimmy, what do you think of this Diddy trial? He might be coming home.
Yeah, is he going to do any time? Because
I don't know.
The government usually, when they throw their weight behind someone, you're going out, and apparently he may not be going out. Now, I didn't follow any of the details or anything like that, but you thought the way the case was introduced that he was done. And it appears that he has a shot at not actually serving any additional time.
Man,
it's insane.
I thought he was donezo.
We all did.
Donezo.
Everyone did.
Wonder what the hell. He might be more powerful than you think.
There
You
were
know
people
what I mean?
outside the courtroom pouring baby oil on themselves after the verdict.
There was a funny meme where Nancy Pelosi's on the phone. Buy baby oil now.
That's funny.
Yeah, damn it, that's
I
funny.
like that.
Damn it, that's funny.
It is funny. It is what it is. Oh man, that's a weird one though. It's weird.
And what's going on with this big, beautiful bill? Is it going to pass? Or
It's a good question. He's got a lot going on. Alligator Alcatraz. Did you see that? They made that. They built that thing in 8 days?
yeah, and everyone's like, look, it's a concentration camp. No, it's not. Concentration camps where people were held until they were put into ovens.
Yes.
These people are going to be deported, hopefully because they have committed a crime in this country or they've been ordered to leave by some other judge. I get it. But at some point, you have to understand what really is going on. I don't want to see anyone that has been trying to do the process to stay in this country and has been in contact with authorities and isn't committing crimes. Let's give them a shot. But for now, get the bad guys out. Because I do think, I don't care what party you're in, Democrat, Republican, right? Everyone's against criminals staying in this country. And I think it all goes back, like Rock probably thinks any immigrant is a legal immigrant. You have to understand, if you're in the country illegally, you're an illegal immigrant, and there's a difference. You can't you can't shove the two things together into one, in my opinion.
What do you think of that, Rock?
That's fair.
And also, if you look at almost all the Democratic leadership, if you look at what they said about immigration 5-6 years ago, they were all in favor of deportations. They were. All of a sudden now, it's like deportations are Nazi? What?
Yeah, I mean, Obama deported, 3 million? I think they forget that. I think people forget that. I mean,
They don't. They don't forget it. They intentionally ignore it because the view of this has changed. And I do think they've won some people over. Look, we can't be a country with open borders. The people that are allowed in should have to have a legitimate claim to be here in terms of being oppressed or in danger in other countries. It's not a legal definition of coming here for sanctuary, saying I want to try to make more money for my family, which is a noble endeavor. It's just not what the specifications are.
Suitor knows Canada is woke and wanted to come to mega country and enjoy some good St. Louis Chinese food. That's pretty funny.
Chinese food's fantastic.
It is pretty dang good here.
So
it is pretty good here.
It's so
it is
good,
what
Jimmy.
it is.
I'm sorry. It's just so good.
You haven't lived anywhere else.
I'm talking about the opinions of people who live elsewhere, who grew up in St. Louis, or who grew up elsewhere and then moved to St. Louis.
You haven't lived anywhere else.
Rock, just have at least an educated opinion. Your thing is, it's the best here.
Okay,
where else
fine.
have you?
What's the objective fact? What's the objective fact? Is it Michelin stars? What is it supposed to be? What's the objective fact you need me to prove?
Let me finish.
Good Lord.
Let me finish. You've never lived anywhere else.
I'm not saying it's my opinion. You're putting words in my mouth.
Hold on.
I don't appreciate that.
Finish. You're getting your buddies who went to other cities saying, no, the Chinese food is better here. It's not enough.
I'm not
saying
saying
more evidence.
It's not buddies. I'm talking about people, celebrities, and people who grow up here. media members who then go on podcasts and talk about it and get thousands of responses and say, "Yes, I grew up in St. Louis, and where I live, it's complete trash comparatively." And it's just thousands and thousands of responses. This isn't me and my friends. Okay.
What site is that? Is that ChineseFood.com?
No, it's not. No, honestly, if that was a real site, I'd be on there every day.
I like Chinese food. I like my local Chinese food place, but I'm just saying, in New York, they might have a shot at having better Chinese food.
Okay, Jim,
LA, they
literally.
might have.
Okay, see, this is my problem.
Chicago.
You ignore when I say things like outside of the three biggest cities in America, New York, LA, and Chicago. That was literally a prefaced qualifier to my statement, and then you just bulldoze it and act like I didn't say. I automatically out of the gate said those cities and those cities completely out of it. You're probably also going to throw out Houston. You're probably going to throw out. You're probably also going to throw out
Boston,
Seattle and Portland are also probably going to kick their butt. I'll take Philadelphia's. I'll take Philadelphia's in a cage match and we'll whoop them.
You've never been to Philadelphia.
I'll take Philadelphia's in a cage match and we'll whoop them. I got no problem. I got no problem with the confidence. We'll take them in a Chinese food cage match. I'm completely confident.
Cam, you've been in Philly.
Oh yeah.
You've been in New Jersey. They have great food there. I'm just saying you can't say,
"Oh Jesus Christ!"
Well,
Jim.
I'm taking all the big cities off the table. You can't do that.
Okay, I'm taking Philadelphia off the table.
No, brother.
I've worked in Chicago, Atlanta, and Texas. St. Louis Chinese blows everything out.
The majority of places I've seen people dog the Chinese food is everyone says it's trash in Atlanta.
Trash in Atlanta.
I've seen it. Yeah, that was the one thing because the show they were broadcasting out of is in Atlanta, or one of the hosts is in Atlanta, and he's like, it's garbage here. And then he exposed the world to the joy that is a St. Paul sandwich.
Somebody just chimed in and said that Letty just signed with the Minnesota Wild.
Ooh, that's big.
They trade him?
I mean, they just would have had to.
Interesting. Man, things are going down, baby. Things are going down. Let's see here. Because I know Vladimir Tarasenko signed there. Thoughts on the St. Paul sandwich? A lot of local Chinese restaurant menus here in town. St. Paul sandwich. I don't know.
They always have that on the Chinese menu. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that is either. Oh, man, all I know is I am hungry.
Give me the hot and sour soup.
Oh,
give me a
yeah,
little pork
baby.
fried rice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not seeing Nick Letty yet.
You didn't see it? So everybody's saying so did Letty.
I'm getting on Twitter and trying to find it now.
By the way, you could text into the show. You could watch us on YouTube, by the way, at Lou Info. Just go to YouTube and type in Lou Info, and then it pops up, and you're going to see my beautiful face, Rocchio's beautiful face, and especially Jimmy's beautiful face, because he's really right by the camera. You can really, really see detail into his face and his bone structure. It's lovely. Check that out, Lou Info at YouTube. And by the way, if you want to call on 855-282-8255, or also you could text in at 590-3770, baby. You want to go to break and regroup, and we'll figure out this Letty thing?
I just want to ask whoever somebody put it in the chat or in the text.
Yes.
Just let me know where you guys are seeing it, whoever's Twitter account it is or whatever, because I'm not seeing it right now. Just doing the Twitter search of Nick Letty.
Interesting.
Let us know where you're seeing it.
And also hit ChineseFood.com and send us those.
I want to see if
results
that's an actual website. God, is that an actual website?
All right, we're going to go to break.
I'll buy the domain if it's not.
We're going to regroup. We'll be back in a couple minutes. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
Unfiltered conversations, real people, real stories, real impact. Tune in each Tuesday morning at 10 for Elevate and Lead, hosted by Grit founder Jennifer Bartow with Michael and Kelly Chandler.
Fenton Bar and Grill, home of the best trash wings in the St. Louis area and the best servers in town. Fenton Bar and Grill is located on Rudder Road in Fenton, just minutes away from the soccer park. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., so anytime is a good time to enjoy Fenton Bar and Grill. While you're there, say hi to Chuck, the 2024 Mater D of the Year. And know you'll always be around people that love sports. It's a guaranteed great time at Fenton Bar and Grill. Learn more at FentonBarandGrill.com.
Running out of space? Turn any room into a guest room in seconds with a custom Murphy bed from St. Louis Closet Company. Our sleek, space-saving Murphy beds fold up seamlessly, giving you more room for life and style. Pair it with custom closets, desks, or shelving for the ultimate multi-use space. Call 314-781-9000 or visit stlouisclosetco.com to schedule your free in-home consultation today.
Hey everyone, Cam Janssen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City. 314-344-4400.
This is your LootInfo.com news update. The family of one of the 5 victims of the deadly May 16th St. Louis tornado has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city, demanding a jury trial and seeking at least $25,000 in damages. The concise 4-page suit, filed on behalf of the daughter of Larry Patrick, alleges the city contributed to his death by failing to sound tornado sirens or to properly maintain a decaying tree in front of his property. An officer was injured in a crash while pursuing a wanted vehicle on eastbound Interstate 70 near downtown St. Louis. A spokesperson with the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department confirmed the officer suffered minor injuries in a crash relative to the police pursuit on I-70 near Tucker Boulevard. St. Louis police now have a new safety plan for the 4th of July weekend. Any of these changes stem from the chaos that happened last year. One of their main messages, leave the guns at home and the fireworks to the pros. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Sandy Connor.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We're looking pretty good through Independence Day and on into the weekend. High pressure overhead, low 90s and sunshine for today. Overnight clear and we're in the mid 70s. Hot and humid on Independence Day, sunny and we'll be in the mid 90s. Looks like mid 90s again on Saturday and sunny. Maybe a few more showers coming up on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Let's talk about your health insurance. There are a lot of reasons why people need affordable health insurance. But here's the bottom line. You know you need affordable health insurance. For you, a spouse, a family member, whatever. I'm going to give you a free hotline to call to find affordable health insurance that can cover all your health insurance needs in case you get sick or have an emergency. Plus, cover vision, dental, and more. And there are no long-term commitments. You can keep your plan as long as it's affordable. and for the price of a cup of coffee. We're not talking about one of those fancy coffees. For the price of a regular cup of coffee a day, you can have quality, affordable health insurance. Call the health insurance hotline for a free quote.
800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. That's 800-373-8414.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The Lou Information Station content can be found online at luinfo.com, on our Lou Info YouTube page, and you can find all our local shows on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search by name or find all the links at luinfo.com. Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com.
Information Station live and on demand at luinfo.com. Get up and get them in. 314-590-3770 if you want to text into the show. If you want to call in, it's 855-282-8255. I'm hearing music in the background. Is that normal? Oh, okay, cool. That was nice. Let's see here. By the way, you can go on, watch us on YouTube as well. Just go to Lou Info on YouTube and just press the button, and you'll see all three of us, including Jimmy, who should be popping up any second now. Any second now. What's the delay on that mug?
I'm here.
I'm doing a bunch. I
just can't see it yet.
We were having an audio issue with the music right out of the gate, so I was fixing that before I unclicked our pause screen there, so that you can now see the beautiful face.
There he is to save the day. Let's go, Jimmy. What are you doing? What are you going to do in Chicago tonight? Like, are you going to cruise around? You going to walk, get some good?
Yeah, I'm going to meet some people out for dinner. I have to do a podcast after this with that Matt Holliday, that Kyle Gibson, who tried to beg Alphabet because he's got kids in the house. I said, you got to be on. And Lance Lynn. We have a lot to talk about. But I'm just now using this computer, and it works. And I'm wondering, can I see? We're just talking behind the scenes stuff. Can I use this for that podcast? It's going to take me a second to click into it as opposed to my phone. But this works fine, right, Rock? I could use this for the other thing, right?
Yeah, I see no reason why you wouldn't be able to. Yeah.
All right, good. I've never used it for anything.
What were you using before this?
My phone.
Oh yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be just as good, if not better, than your phone.
Because the phone, my phone is newer than my computer, and I assumed it's more powerful because it's Apple. This is not Apple. This is an Acer Chromebook. Because I didn't want to buy an expensive computer to lug around in my work bag and then have it sit in 100-degree heat in the camera well.
I think that was a smart decision.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna get into on the podcast, Jimmy? What questions are you gonna ask the buddies?
Well, I pre-wrote my jokes. Hey, Holiday, what? Another top draft choice?
Oh, nice. That's a killer.
We'll talk about Holiday's son Ethan being number one on the board at this point. Going to talk about Kyle Gibson, who people don't even realize had a rough go with the Orioles, but then he accepted a minor league deal with Tampa and was pitching well, and then he opted out. I don't know why he opted out. He was pitching pretty well, so we'll find out about that. Plus, we've talked about when it's time for pitchers to take the law into their own hands and maybe play some chin music, but the Wilson Contreras getting hit a lot thing, I thought I would present that to the panel. And also, I'm wondering, what are some of the funniest things that they've heard from fans in their career? That's what I got to start the show. Usually, kind of like this show, you can go in with a plan, and then it goes in a totally different direction.
Can Contreras wear some protection on his hand at all? Is there anything he could do? Because I feel like he's just, every single time he's getting hit in the wrist and the finger. Is there any way you could wear protection?
You probably don't want to wear something on your hands outside batting gloves because you're trying to hit.
Yeah,
So
I know.
I don't know what the answer there is.
Man, oh man. Yeah, it seems like he's taking a beating.
Yeah, he kind of is, isn't he?
14 times.
14
he's been hit. Tied for the National League lead in that.
Are guys trying to peg him because...
No. First of all, we'll leave that word to Rock because that's something from his background.
I didn't even mean it.
it's not.
I didn't even mean to do that.
You son of
I didn't mean to do that.
But I think first of all, Wilson is an emotional guy. If he's on your team, you love him. That's true. And if you don't, maybe he ruffles feathers. But he does lean in. I'm not saying he leans in to the point where he should be hit. But one of the things opposing pitchers try to do is pitch Wilson inside. He certainly is not backing away from the plate. So part of it just could be circumstance, but maybe there's something more to it. But I wonder if at some point someone on the other side is going to get some chin music just to let him know that Wilson is protected.
Yeah, it's interesting. Man, oh man, I was watching a clip of this golf course. I think we've talked about this before. This crazy golf course in Africa, real expensive. Remember, I said that there's like a badger getting chased by a king cobra, like a 20-foot long king cobra going like 30 miles an hour, the creepiest thing ever. So this guy's at his hotel, and he's off one of the greens, and he's filming down on one of the greens, and it's a lion grabbing a carcass with 5 hyena trying to grab the same carcass on this green, about literally 20 feet away from this guy. They're having this crazy fight about a carcass on a green. And then all of a sudden the big boy shows up. What do you think it is that scares everything away?
I have no idea.
A croc.
A croc?
Yeah.
Cam, what you gotta get off the For You page.
Why? That's good stuff.
You gotta get off the For You page.
What's wrong with that?
You gotta stop scrolling on Reels.
Oh, Rock said that he's never gotten got before on anything, and I'm like, oh, interesting. Rock said he's never read something.
I didn't say read. I've never broadcasted live on the radio fake news.
Yeah, or tweeted anything that you're wrong about.
Like retweeted a fake source?
Yeah.
No. I'm terrified of that.
What did you? I saw that on one of the headlines that you got fished in on something. Cam, what was it?
I did.
That was just one of the joke headlines I had for the podcast. Was because we opened up talking about you getting you opened the show with Schaefer talking about a story that was fake news.
What was it?
I don't remember, but it was you were like here, I got a story, guys, here, and I don't know. Did I get got on this one, Schaefer?
What was it?
That was literally what got us into me saying I've never gotten.
So you did get fished in.
Me?
No, Cam, the other gentleman there.
Yes, Cam got fished in by a fake news story.
He just said he didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was what
was the story?
I don't remember what the story was.
And then he's called me like fake news, and I'm like, what am I?
I don't remember what the story was.
Out.
It was literally we opened the show with Schaefer yesterday, with you saying, "I have a story here. I think I might have gotten got though," and then me and Schaefer got into talking about this, and that's when I said I've never gotten got because that's how you opened the show. And so I had a little fun with it.
Let me see if it's on my notes.
From yesterday, you did one of those too.
No, it was China launches the first robot soccer league.
And
you thought
we did talk about that. That was insane.
We
need to talk about how people need to stop building robots, stop trusting robots.
Oh, you should have seen that.
Fearful of the robots.
It's the funniest thing ever. These robots are playing soccer. It's creepy.
I saw it. That's so dumb.
I'm not laughing at that, Cam. I'm terrified.
I know. Strap a gun on them.
I got a question for you, Cam.
What's up, babe?
I saw this on the Twitter tweet.
What do you got?
So I guess someone asked Cole if he would come on the show, and he's like, I think I'm banned. Did you see that?
No.
He said he's banned. Like, so yes, his team just swept the Cardinals. So I said, congrats, Cole. We had a little back and forth, but I think he tweeted to someone else that he was banned, and I was like, fake news. We've talked about having him on.
Well, he's probably thinking that you banned him for what he did to you on Twitter a month ago.
No, so I told him, like, at first, I didn't even know who was running that account, right? I didn't know Cole was still in charge. And then when I told him take it down, he was like, maybe, or whatever. And I was like, no, you're going to do it, or there's going to be consequences you won't like. So I don't know, Rock, if you remember, he took, when I was pretending to be angry Cardinal fan on social media.
I remember.
Yeah. And then he took those bites and tweeted them out like they were real.
What were you going to do to him?
I don't want to show my cards. It wouldn't have been good. You don't think I have reach? I have reach.
Well,
Columbus.
It ain't that far away. Oh, I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, Jimmy's going to be pissed.
But I'm fine with it now. And I like Cole. I've already said a million times. I think he's great content for any radio show. And if he wanted to come on our show, I'd be happy to have him.
Oh, of course. No, he's guaranteed content.
Yeah.
Not to mention, what happened with his Pirates. I'm sure he'd want to come and brag about that a little bit.
Yeah, I saw him on Twitter. He was carping a little bit.
Was he chirping a little bit?
Yeah, he was chirping a little bit. We don't need that.
Yeah, I sent a congrats to him, and then he sent a picture of the dumb parrot, which waving their whatever the Jolly Roger or whatever. And I just sent him a picture of that angry Pirates fan, which is one of my favorite memes ever. I don't know if you saw that, Rock, but there's a picture that's famous of this Pirates fan that is just pure anger at what he's seeing on the field.
Do you think it's worrisome that we glorify a profession in the past that was entirely criminal?
Well, what are we speaking of?
Pirates. We make them into cartoonish figures. We dress our children up as them. We make fun movies out of it. And they were really just
savages.
They were just criminals.
Savages.
Just an entire profession of criminals and the worst people alive. And we've made it soft and playful.
That's interesting.
And I wonder if that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Well, it's still a robust industry in Somalia.
That's a fair point.
But we do that with the Vikings. Like we have the Minnesota Vikings.
No, see, they're misunderstood. They're misunderstood, Jim. They were farmers who just needed a little bit more farming land. And
what about the
people
Indians?
Are all being a little bit too harsh on them.
What about the Indians? Savage.
Oh, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
The Iroquois Confederacy can't stop it. Don't call them savages. Jesus.
They were savages.
No, they weren't. Come on.
Listen, American Indians would attack other. It's about surviving. Yes, the tribes used to be at war sometimes, and it probably was savage. The difference is this is their own land. The Vikings used to go to other lands and destroy entire populations of people.
My home is rocky and I can't grow any food.
Yeah.
My home is rocky.
Your home
and
is
I
nicer.
Can't grow food.
We're gonna get it.
Your home is nice and warm and has good soil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some of that. Thank you.
And then they just died off.
No, they did. They married into the population. Trust me. Look at the DNA. They did not die off. They just slowly.
Or on what, the 900s?
They slowly just became. I mean, listen, Norman France is literally a bunch of Vikings said, "We're just going to kind of stay here." And the French were like, "All right, well, fine, we'll live with it. We'll just become Christians, please." And they did. And now in Normandy. That's literally a bunch of Vikings were there.
Wouldn't that be the scariest thing when you see like 200 of those?
Terrifying.
And you're sitting on the cliffside
and
you're like, everybody get back
Absolutely
in.
not. No,
Shut the gate.
No,
Shut the gate.
Yeah, the gate's not going to work. They're going to get in.
Gate's not going to work.
They're going to get in.
They're all just scary.
They're going to get in. They're going to kill you.
Although the horns on the head thing is a
complete fabrication.
Complete fabrication, for sure. They found some bones.
God, we could nerd out on Vikings.
Oh man, I love it so much. I love it, man.
Jim, help us. Pull us out of this skid. Me and Cam don't have the power on our own to do this.
Dude. They're interesting.
We're just gonna nerd black hole.
They were the biggest savages in the history of mankind.
The Mongols. No, that's the Mongols.
Mongols.
That's 1,000%
talking about breeding.
the Mongols.
We're all related to Genghis.
They decimated whole chunks of the population. That's where the Black Plague started. 100%. I'm putting my number one.
How the Black Plague start from that with the rats and their ships? I mean,
Well, they essentially everything gets forced into. You couldn't do any overland trading anymore, so everything gets forced onto ships. And ships and the rats from the ships are the fleas that are on the rats that are on the ships are actually what starts the Black Death. And you can pretty much you can trail it back to the Mongols first, kind of decimating the eastern part of Europe and forcing everything into that kind of formulation.
So was that the 1300s and it killed half the population?
Yeah. Well, no.
It came in
Black Death, but the big Black Death that we always talk about, I think, was the 1400s. In England, when it knocked out apparently half the population.
Half the population.
But I mean, the Black Death hits Italy 6 times in small bands.
You get those boils.
In the 800s, the 1000, 1200. So the Black Death's a problem, but the big one when it goes big and knocks out half of Europe, it's partially connected. You can draw a string back to the Mongols breaking everything down on in the Silk Road in the eastern part of Europe and all that stuff.
So you would have a boil.
Again, we need to pull out of this.
You'd have you have a boil under your arm.
Is down in our plane.
Then they would bloodlet you.
Oh yeah, we have officially we have crashed into a field. There are plane parts everywhere, Jim. I mean, there's no saving us now.
You're sick. Let me cut you open and bleed you out.
See, we're done. We're
lost. The modern Black Death, I thought, is acquiring Brett Cecil. Am I wrong on that? Have that joke written down from last night.
It is funny though,
because now I wonder, what did it feel good when you were able to update that joke from Greg Holland to Brett Cecil? Was that a good moment where you were able to pop the notebook over and make a little change?
It's funny. Greg Holland was the move that every Cardinal fan called for.
Yes.
Okay.
They hadn't done anything.
Cecil, even though it wasn't probably a great move and he wasn't ready to go, the Brett Cecil move, when it happened, go back and look. Everyone was on board with, because when they got him, he was exactly what they needed. They admitted they overpaid for him, and he just wasn't good. He was good before. He just came and wasn't good and made a lot of money for not being good.
Yeah, it's kind of the issue with relievers. But I think part of that was the offseason where they did nothing. And then they signed Holland right before spring training starts. And everyone was just kind of thank God they did something, and they needed a reliever. And then he was horrible, and everyone was very angry about it.
Yeah, that's one where it was if you're a fan on social media, you cheapskate, sign Holland. And then they sign it, and his ERA is 27, and they go, how could you sign Holland?
Jeez Louise.
All right. Clip that one up. By the way, clip that one off, Cole, if you want.
Cole. He's probably listening too. All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to regroup. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes. Weekday mornings from 8 to 10. Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Tired of the mess? Let's fix that fast. St. Louis Closet Co. delivers custom designed closets, locally made and professionally installed. From master closets to mudrooms, we do it all right here in Maplewood, Missouri. Support local, get organized, feel amazing. Call 314-781-9000 for your free estimate, or visit stlouisclosetco.com today.
Hey everyone, Cam Janssen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City. 314-344-4400.
Summer in St. Louis means one thing: Cardinals baseball. It's more than a game. It's an STL tradition. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the boom of the fireworks. It's the soundtrack to summer for Cardinals Nation. So grab your cap and glove and take your spot in the stands, because in St. Louis, baseball is more than a melody. It's our favorite song.
This is former Cardinal and Navy Lieutenant Mitch Harris. Salute those who serve. Join the Cardinals on Friday, July 11th for Military Appreciation Night, presented by Boeing. With a special themed ticket, fans will take home an exclusive Cardinals 40-ounce tumbler, honoring all 6 military branches. Arrive early for a powerful pregame concert by the U.S. Air Force Band on the Budweiser stage. And best of all, a portion of each ticket benefits USO Missouri. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/think. St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. The family of one of the 5 victims of the deadly May 16th St. Louis tornado has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city, demanding a jury trial and seeking at least $25,000 in damages. The concise 4-page suit, filed on behalf of the daughter of Larry Patrick, alleges the city contributed to his death by failing to sound tornado sirens or to properly maintain a decaying tree in front of his property. An officer was injured in a crash while pursuing a wanted vehicle on eastbound Interstate 70 near downtown St. Louis. A spokesperson with the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department confirmed the officer suffered minor injuries in a crash relative to the police pursuit on I-70 near Tucker Boulevard. St. Louis police now have a new safety plan for the 4th of July weekend. Many of these changes stem from the chaos that happened last year. One of their main messages, leave the guns at home and the fireworks to the pros. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Sandy Connor.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We're looking pretty good through Independence Day and on into the weekend. High pressure overhead, low 90s and sunshine for today. Overnight clear and we're in the mid 70s. Hot and humid on Independence Day. Sunny and we'll be in the mid 90s. Looks like mid 90s again on Saturday and sunny. Maybe a few more showers coming up on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
This 4th of July, remember the men and women of our military fighting for our freedom. This salute courtesy of 314 Sports Cards and Collectibles, your local one-stop card shop. See our large selection of sports cards, TCG, and collectibles. Chase the hits and break with us. Call 314-731-6441 or visit 314sportscards.com. That's 314 Sports Cards and Collectibles. Thanking our customers and proudly supporting our heroes in uniform.
Fenton Bar and Grill, home of the best trash wings in the St. Louis area and the best servers in town. Fenton Bar and Grill is located on Rudder Road in Fenton, just minutes away from the soccer park. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., so any time is a good time to enjoy Fenton Bar and Grill. While you're there, say hi to Chuck, the 2024 Mater D of the Year. And know you'll always be around people that love sports. It's a guaranteed great time at Fenton Bar and Grill. Learn more at fentonbarandgrill.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown and Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
The Lou Information Station. Yeah, we're a talk station, but not your daddy or granddaddy or great-granddaddy's talk station. We're the new kids on the block.
You got the right stuff, baby.
No, not those new kids, just regular new kids. Anyway, the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 online at louinfo.com. And we actually know what all of that means. Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
We good, baby? Let's go. Eli Hoover on the 2s and 3s. This is the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. We're on YouTube as well. And we do got Jimmy. Jimmy, you there, baby? Can I hear you? Jimmy. Where's my boy? Anyway, you could text into the show 590-3770. Did Jimmy leave us again, Eli? Talking to Mike.
He is here, and his mic is muted. I'm pressing the unmute mic button. But
I see you. What is going on with you?
So Jimmy has muted himself because every time I press it, it says can't unmute.
See, he doesn't want to talk. He's done. He said, I've had enough. I've had enough. He's look at him. He's yelling into the computer. This is hilarious.
He's clearly trying to tell us something, but Rocchio knows what he's doing, and I don't when it comes to that.
There's
stuff,
a lot of stuff going on back there, man. A lot of stuff. He's like, I'm not on mute. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, man. Oh, man. You can get him in, by the way, 314-590-3770. You're leaving for out of town, aren't you, for 4th of July, baby?
Yeah, I will be in the Columbus, Ohio area for IndyCar, the Mid-Ohio Indy 200.
That's cool. That'd be cool.
Pretty exciting.
You're going to get fireworks? You shoot them off? Your family do that?
No, we normally don't buy them. We just let everybody else spend their money, and we'll watch theirs.
So I think that Eli wants to talk more in his little segment that we have. I usually throw a bomb on you, but I didn't do it today because we're trying to figure out the Jimmy thing. But I think that you're muting him on purpose so you could talk more. Is that what's going on right now?
Absolutely. Of course. You think I don't know how to work a mute button? Come on now.
So is he just not popped up on? So it's something that you're doing, or you think it's on his end?
So the thing I'm getting is I'm pressing to unmute him. It says can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves.
He muted himself. There's no way he mutes himself.
There's no way.
There's no way.
That's the message I'm getting.
Oh, this is so funny.
I wish there was a way to show my computer. You can see my computer screen a little bit on the YouTube feed.
Oh, man. Oh, man. By the way, you go to Lou Info on YouTube, and you could check it out. We're going to be doing this from now on. I don't know if people are waiting out there, too, if you want to let them in. Eli, there's a bunch of people that showed up. Maybe they didn't. I just don't want them waiting out in the heat. And the heat. It's going to be 96 degrees all weekend long. Hopefully it rains a little bit tonight, just so all the crazies with the fireworks and we don't have a forest fire on our hands. So we'll see what happens, man. I told you guys I'm going to do a seafood boil, going to this little market right after this, right on Manchester Road. I'm going to make that tomorrow night. And I'm going to do the cowboy beans with bacon and sausage and hamburger. Oh, man. Damn good. You like any of that stuff?
Yeah, we're bringing a little grill, so we're gonna grill at the track because we're gonna be there all day Saturday. We're gonna be there most of the day Sunday. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot one, especially with those cars running by 100 miles an hour.
That's right. It's gonna be really hot, man.
Yeah, last time we went there was 2 or 3 years ago, and we watched a guy.
Can you hear me now?
Being the last time he was on track as a driver, so we're
Can
hoping
you hear me now?
This time.
Man, oh man, when they zip by you like that, well, they had to fix the fences and stuff like that, reinforce the fences because of some of those crashes that killed people in the stands, going 200 miles an hour, and all of a sudden
you hear me now?
You get up on that debris everywhere. There's some nasty crashes, man.
Yeah, shout out Safer, doing the safer barriers, those ones where it's a little bit less crash, and shout out to the Halo they have now.
Is that from Earnhardt afterwards when he got killed? Did they fix all that? Is that what that's from?
So the safer barrier is from Dan Weldon passing away in 2011 from
really?
IndyCar. And Jim has officially left us. I do apologize, Jim. That was probably something I did.
Oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get it.
Rightfully so, because that's definitely something that I did. But yeah, so the safer barrier happened with Dan Weldon's crash in 2011, where he unfortunately passed away after an accident, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But it's kind of something that because, people were still having, head injuries because they're flipping upside down and, debris was hitting them because there was nothing in front of their face to protect it. It's quite literally saved careers, saved lives already in the 5 years that it's been in existence.
It's a dangerous gig, man. People on the YouTube say we could hear Jimmy still. So that's kind of scary a little bit. There's something that you're not pressing, but it's all good. No big deal. Listen, enjoy your weekend, man. Have a happy 4th of July. Everybody out there, be safe. If you're going down the Lake of the Ozarks, don't be stupid. Don't have your 9-year-old kid take your jet channel. Just don't be dumb. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the bar.